Good morning, good morning. We're gonna try this again, y'all. This time I won't delete it. Good morning, good morning. Freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers, and freedom fighters. It is Sunday, December 29th, 2024. 2 more days in the until what they call the new year. Okay, we know the new year is not until motherfucking March or April. 22 Ronin, what is good? How you doing, brother? We gonna get into this now. Look, man, I'm real upset with myself, y'all. I'm real upset with myself. I did this live stream yesterday. Queen Cameron, how you doing? I did this live stream yesterday. Y'all check out Queen Cameron. Check out her channel. If you are into mental health and you want to learn how to improve your mental health, she has a lot of great pointers. She is a mental health professional. Y'all go check her out. She knows what she's talking about, y'all. She knows what she's talking about. I have done one of her exercises myself, and you know what? Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. So, how y'all doing this morning? I just got through doing 32 rounds on the heavy bag. Boxing. I need to go ahead and I need a sparring partner, man. That's what I need. I need a consistent sparring partner. Anyway, I'm working on that. So how y'all doing? I did this live stream yesterday, and so when I ended the live stream, I went into my pending live streams or whatever. You know how it shows you if you've done live streams, you know once you're done, you can go to the list of live streams that are uploading. And I had multiple live streams that hadn't uploaded for whatever reason. And I was going through deleting all this extra shit that never uploaded to my channel. And I accidentally deleted that video. So here I am. We're going to do this again. And that's okay. Because, if at first you don't succeed, you try and try again. It's not like I didn't succeed. It's like, hey, I fucked up. I fucked up, so now I got to get it back. That's what's up. What you cooking? Cooking with Cameron. Cooking with Cameron. Shaquilla, what's good? Now, let me ask you, Queen Shaquilla. Is it Shaquilla or Shaquilla? Shaquilla? Which one is it? Shaquilla? Will Sinclair was good. Yeah, 32 3-minute rounds, yes. Trey Titan was good. Salute. Which one? I said Shaquilla or Shaquilla? Fish cakes, and fried potatoes. Ooh, that sounds good to me. My wife made some smothered chicken last night. We had some smothered chicken with South Carolina grown rice, y'all. Yeah, South Carolina grown rice. That smothered chicken was on point. Let me tell you, that was some delicious shit right here. Key sound, okay, Shaquilla. All right. Titan says, thanks for showing love to Haney's and not jumping on the bandwagon. I would never do that. I don't do it. Because I understand the type of fighter Devin Haney is, despite what people say. Hell, despite what Bill does or says, despite what they say Bill does or says, or how they frame what Bill is doing. Like, I already know that Devin Haney is a black sheep of boxing. Devin Haney is the black sheep of boxing. He's doing his own thing. Yes, oh man, it was delicious. Devin Haney is doing his own thing. He's his own boss. He's an actual promoter. He has an actual promotional company with actual boxers, right? And so they don't like that. They don't like that he's the black sheep. Why do you think Eddie Hearn turned his back on him? Why do you think Eddie Hearn, tossed him to the side? Because he knows he can't get more out of Devin than Devin is willing to give. He knows that Devin is not willing to sign a slave contract. Quinn Cameron says, hold on, I gotta go. Because for whatever reason, When I look on this damn thing I'm on now,
Devin and Devin is
oh
willing
god
to give
damn
it.
it, the fucking chat disappeared too quickly. My mom fixes some chicken feet. I ain't never had chicken feet before, real talk. But listen, Devin Haney is a legendary boxer. He has cemented himself as a legend. He is a walking Hall of Famer at 26 years old, and they don't like it. They don't like that he was able to achieve that without being on a slave contract. And that is the business. That is the business of boxing, of course. That consists of the promoters, the promotional companies, all these things that try to lock things down in the way that they want it to be locked down. But Devin does his own thing. And then when it comes to other boxers, right? Devin's chasing greatness, and these other boxers, they don't want to chase greatness. They want to chase zeros. They want to chase O's. They want to chase money. You know what I'm saying? But they don't understand that building a legend for yourself also helps you get money. When you build a legend for yourself, your name lives on, and your family can live off your name for the rest of their fucking life. And some fighters just ain't got like some fighters don't want to achieve that, and that's okay. But the problem becomes when the fans of those fighters try and put Devin down because Devin is chasing greatness, because Devin is a legend, because Devin is a Hall of Famer. Their guy is not a Hall of Famer. They're not trying to do anything to become a Hall of Famer. They're ducking, they're doing this, they're making excuses. So therefore, you have what you have with cats like Boxing NOGO, right? We know who Boxing NOGO is, right? We know who he is. Boxing Ego. He calls himself Boxing Ego. I'll call him Boxing NOGO. Now, a little bit of background. Some of you guys who were in the live stream yesterday, you know what I talked about. Around this time last year, a few weeks before this time last year, Devin Haney fought Regis Prograis. Now, before Devin fought Regis Prograis, Boxing Ego, I would say, was more of a unbiased, boxing YouTuber, right? He supported the Haneys, of course, right? But it wasn't like outrageous, undue support, right? He had the same level of support for fighters like Tank Davis and all, but he never had any issues with the Haneys until after the Regis Prograis fight. I sniffed it out because I saw the biased commentary that he was giving about the Haneys after the Regis Prograis fight. It did not match what he was doing before the Haney fight. I sniffed it out. I called it out. A lot of people, when I called it out, they didn't like it. They were defending him. They were trying to make excuses for him. And I was like, nah, bro, he changed up. You know what I'm saying? And I called it out. And that's okay. Wasn't Eho at the dinner with the Haneys? I don't remember. I don't know if he was at the dinner. I don't think he was. I don't think he was at the dinner, but you could tell that he started to change up after the Regis Prograis fight. Soon after that, there was a lot of controversy surrounding the Regis Prograis fight. There was, the whole weight gain stuff. The implication of Devin being on PEDs because he was a snack. All that shit. He was pushing this narrative in a way where it wasn't obvious to most people, but it was obvious to me. I could tell that he was switching up, and I didn't know why. I just knew he was. And so I started to call him out. I did videos about it, live streams, whatever. Basically breaking down how I felt like he was suddenly, against the Haneys. And so it got progressively worse. And when it came to the Ryan Garcia Devin Haney fight, right, when they first started negotiating that, even his covering of that situation was completely out of control, right? And even when it came to the whole Devin Haney gaining this weight right before the Regis Prograis fight and all that other stuff, he left out crucial and pertinent information. Deliberately. I could tell it was deliberate omission of information that, you know, if you are going to be calling yourself a journalist and you want to put out information, all the facts, then it's very important that you put out the facts completely. He wasn't doing that. And even when it came to the Ryan Garcia situation, Ryan Garcia was negotiating with the Haneys, was negotiating with Devin to fight. And then he pulled out after listening to Floyd Mayweather, right? He pulled out and said, okay, I'm going to fight Rolly Romero instead, right? I'm not going to get as much money with Devin as I would get with Rolly. Now, the way Boxing Ego covered it was like, oh, well, Ryan Garcia didn't duck or whatever because he never put it out there that he wanted to fight Devin in the first place. And, you know, everything that was talking about Ryan Garcia wanted to fight Devin didn't come from Ryan. When we know good and goddamn well, Ryan was the first person to put out that he wanted to fight Devin Haney. That, look, let's set it up. He said in a tweet, he told, he said that he was going to fight Devin, and you know what I'm saying, and told that he wanted to fight Devin, that he was going to fight Devin, told, what's the Golden Boy guy name? Fucking goddamn, the head of Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. Told Oscar De La Hoya, go ahead and set it up, blah, 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 make it happen. Make it happen. But when he was covering the situation, he left that out. He left it out. And I'm like, all right, this dude is on. So that's when I really went in and I was like, okay, this motherfucker tripping. But ever since then, he's been going hard in the paint against the Haneys. And he did a video, right? He did a video about Bill Haney where it says Bill Haney exposed recruiting YouTube channels to help Devin Haney. All right. Now, you can tell this is going to be a hit piece because he put exposed. Exposed. That is a word you use when you're trying to put somebody on blast, when you want to point out some negative shit about people, right? That's what you do. That's why you say exposed. You're putting out information that you think would expose an individual to criticism, right? So that's what he's trying to do. But let's go ahead and go through this video. I'm not going to belabor it much further. Wait, holy shit. Let me go back. The thing was playing and I wasn't even realizing it because I turned the volume down. Hold on. All right. Let's see. Let's get past that bullshit. All right.
And just like that,
all right, let's go through it.
The Haney crash out must be studied.
Now, the Haney crash out. So according to him, the Haneys are crashing out, right? The Haneys are crashing out. Whatever. That's what he's saying. This is the thing, man. Like, he is doing what mainstream media does. We know mainstream media, right? They are like the fourth branch of the government. They can the propaganda branch. The propaganda branch of the government consists of mainstream media, the movie industry, the music industry, all that type of shit. And so he is doing what is known as framing, right? He's calling what the Haneys are doing a crash out. So in his mind, they wilding out, they tripping, they going crazy, they don't know what to do. Their house is burning down, and they're out of fucking control. That's basically what he's saying when he's saying crash out. He's framing already at the very beginning.
Yeah, it got to be studied for research purposes, of course. We need to study.
Then he's saying, oh, we have to research this for. We have to do a study, blah blah blah, as though he's some type of professor or some shit. Like he's some type of fucking, like he's an authority on crash outs and all this other type of shit. As though this is unprecedented. As though what the Haneys are doing in the face of adversity is unprecedented, right? So we have to perform a study on it. We have to do some research. We got to find out what the fuck's going on. Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
the Haney crash out. Really, we got to help the youth and the future generation of boxing stars from ever allowing what is happening to Devin Haney's career happen to the.
What exactly is happening in Devin Haney's career? Exactly. What is happening in Devin Haney's career? Can you explain that? What's happening in Devin Haney's career? What are you talking about? What's happening to it, right? He's a boxer who wants to fight. But he's going through some shit right now. People don't want to, these promoters don't want to fuck with him because he don't want to sign to him. But that doesn't mean that he can't get a fight. 21 said boxing is playing too many games like the NBA. Exactly. So what has happened in the Haney's career? Right? And why wouldn't you want it to happen to others, younger boxing stars? Is it because you want up-and-coming boxers to conform to the norm, which is sign slave contracts to get the fights they want you to fight, so that you can keep going in your career, that you can listen? Let me tell y'all something. What happened to Devin Haney's career? I'll tell you what. He was the youngest undisputed fighter in the full belt era. He is in the Hall of Fame at 26 years old. He's a shoo-in. Exactly. The Titan 176. It's a haterism 101. Titan also says the ninja ego is an anthropologist doing science. Exactly. Exactly. I like that. I like the way you put that. Devin Haney's career is fine. He's had 30 fights, or 31 fights, but one is a no contest, right? At about 26 years old, he has 30 fights. What are you talking about, right? He can have his 50th fight if he wanted to, by the time he's 32 or something like that. Listen, let's keep going. This dude don't know what he's talking about. Devin Haney's career is fine. What? He's accomplished so much in the sport of boxing.
And the Haneyx can't stand it. Bill Haney is now trying to recruit other YouTube channels to push the Devin Haney agenda. In this video, I'm gonna
recruit. He said Bill Haney is trying to recruit other boxing YouTube channels to push the Haney agenda. What is the Haney agenda? What is the Haney agenda? To get the best fights, to fight the best fighters? What's the agenda? Is it to, put out information to oppose the bullshit that they're putting out about him? Because you have a number of YouTube channels that are anti-Haney, that are putting out false narratives, bullshit, spewing lies. Cameron says, like it's a damn conspiracy. Right. And let me ask y'all. I'm going to get to that when he gets to it. So, what is the agenda of the Haneys? They want to be able to speak their mind. They want to be, Bill Haney, his agenda is to promote his son. And when you talk about the Haney agenda in general, it might also be to promote his other children, excuse me, who are up and coming athletes themselves. Yeah, the Haney agenda involves ass whippings. Exactly. What's the Haney agenda? Come on now, dog.
Yo, I'm gonna break it down and really let you know what's going on.
Oh yeah.
But first, I want you guys to know I am the best in the business, and it's not even close. Bump what they say. If anybody tells you different, they don't know about boxing.
Now, this shit like this is like a pet peeve of mine, right? These fallacies. That was a fallacious statement. If you don't say that Boxing Ego is the best in the business and it's not even close, you don't know shit about boxing? Why? Are you an authority on boxing? How is it that saying that you're not the best in the business, how is not saying that mean that you don't know shit about boxing? Because there are a number of boxing YouTubers, boxing YouTuber commentators that are better than you. That are better than you, that are less biased than you, that are more honest than you, that have more integrity than you, right? But if they don't say you're the best in the business, they don't know shit about boxing. But they can get real and much more informative commentary from other YouTubers. For one example, Blue Blood Sports TV, right? Blue Blood Sports TV, right, is much more informative and much more knowledgeable and much more honest and have more integrity than this motherfucker. And he has more contacts and more resources in the sport of boxing. So this is some bullshit, right? Now, if you want to say that the business that you're referring to is the business of bullshit, then yes, you are the best in the business of bullshit, and it's not even close. But I would venture to say there are bigger bullshit artists than you, that are better bullshit artists than you, in the same space. So even in that case, you're not the best in the business. I would say K-Ho is the best at that. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is. No, you're not the best in any business. Queen Sugar Free Mars was good. How you doing? Come on, dog. Like, no, how could anyone give this dude any credibility whatsoever? Not even 1.5 minutes into his actual commentary, and he's already just spitting some bullshit that is. Come on, miss me.
We up. So somebody they were asking me to make this video. So I want you to see and look on
I love that shit. I love that shit. They asked me to make that. They asked me to do it. Oh, somebody asked me to do it. It was probably one whole commenter asked him to cover this fucking tweet that Bill Haney posted. Bill Haney posted an X post, made an X post, and somebody asked, went to Boxing NOGO and said, "Can you cover this? Can you make a video about this?" I love when they do that. Oh, I didn't want to do it. Somebody asked me to do it, so I obviously I had the obligation. Man, get the fuck out of here! Like you for the people. Come on now, dog.
Right about now.
On your shit.
And on my video, somebody left a comment, and it says, "This ain't the video we wanted right now, bruh. LOL." And he's talking about the subject matter. We need that Bill Haney recruiting random new YouTubers on Twitter to push the Haney agenda narrative video. So I like comments like this, which prompted this video. The reason I like comments like this is because it exposes the truth. And you know I'm all about the...
It exposes the truth. Sugar Free Mars says, what is this whole complaining about now? I'm about to tell you this. There's Bill Haney made an X post. He's talking about Bill Haney recruiting new YouTube channels to push the Devin Haney agenda or the Haney agenda. EHO is a buster, Sam Seals. He is a buster. Now let me read this motherfucking tweet. Yes, Sugar Free Mars. What you know what's funny, Sugar Free Mars? I'm glad I redid this because I did a live yesterday about it. I accidentally deleted it. I was gonna let it go, but I was like, nah, I gotta redo this. So now, Bill Haney says in this tweet, all new channels hit me up. Let's get you booming. This is what Boxing NOGO is saying he's exposing. But this is on a social media post. Bill Haney posted this. How are you exposing it when it's already out there? How do you expose something that's already out in the open? Sunlight is the best sanitizer, right? It's already out in the sunlight. How are you exposing something that's already fucking out? Bill Haney put it out his goddamn self. It wasn't a leak, right? How is it that you exposing some shit that's already out? Bill Haney says, all new channels hit me up. Let's get you booming. So Bill Haney wants to help up and coming YouTube channels, right? Get their name out there, get them some exposure, get them some views and some subscriptions, and also put what he wants to put out there. What's wrong with that? What agenda is he pushing? Is it a bad agenda? Is automatically a negative agenda if Bill? Because listen, there's already a machine grinding against the Haneys. So maybe he wants to give new YouTube channels that are untouched by the machine an opportunity to come up independently and help and use him to help boost them, and at the same time put out information that he wants out there. What's wrong with that? That's fucking capitalism right there. That's anarcho-capitalism. What are we talking about? There is no exposing. There's no exposing some shit that's already out there. Sugar Free Mars says, oh yeah, I saw that on Twitter and I sent my link. That's what's up, Sugar Free Mars. Fuck out of here, LOL. What's the problem? They push the folly, the people who aren't for the culture on a regular. Exactly. I'm glad you sent him a link, Sugar Free Mars. And I hope Bill reaches out to you so that you can push this agenda. Let's do it. Right? And look, Devin Haney has other fighters. Devin Haney has fighters under his umbrella, under his promotional company. And he might want to help promote them, get their name out there, get them more exposure. What's wrong with that? What was it? What was it?
The truth. So I like the fact that fans are understanding what is going on and they're seeing the game. And in this video, if you don't see it and you don't understand what is going on, by the end of the video, you will. Bill Haney is running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to save face for Devin Haney. That is
framing. Bill Haney is running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to save face for Devin Haney. You know what that's called? Public relations. You know what that's called? Being a good promoter, a good manager. Yeah, that's his job. Bill Haney's job is to try, and if somebody is slandering or trying to make Devin look bad with bullshit, like let's say Devin Haney's girlfriend or wife or whatever she is, having been with another individual before him, and they're trying to frame it as though she is cheating on Devin with a motherfucker, and they put out information like, look, this happened before. That's his job. His job is to put out the truth to oppose the bullshit. That's Bill's job. Bill works for Devin. Did you not know that, Boxing NOGO? Did Boxing NOGO not know that? Did he not know that Bill works for Devin and that's part of his job? Yeah, he's a salty bitch. I heard he's mad at Bill because he didn't give him the interview in the past. Said, yeah, that's exactly why. I touched on that yesterday, but yeah, I didn't say that. I knew that. I didn't say that. Yes, indeed. Now, at the Regis Prograis fight, this is coming from BFTB, who was actually there. Shout out to BFTB. Boxing NOGO was trying to get Bill Haney's attention so they can get an interview. Bill Haney did not hear Boxing NOGO. Boxing NOGO was calling out to him, hey, yo, Bill, yo, Bill, yo, Bill, yo, Bill. BF heard him, but Bill didn't. And Bill walked away. BF walked away with Bill. Ego felt slighted, and that's when the shift happened. Why? Because he's a fucking light-skinned. He's a light-skinned, yes. Now, don't get it confused. I'm light-skinned, right? I'm light-skinned. But Boxing NOGO is light-skinned. There's a difference. There is light-skinned and light-skinned. I'm light-skinned, but I'm not light-skinned. If that were me, I'd be like, all right, whatever. Let me call him later. Trey Titan says, wait, what? Exactly. You didn't know? Yeah. Yeah, he got mad Bill didn't give him an interview at the fight, but Bill didn't know he was trying to get his attention. But what happened a few days later, y'all? Y'all remember what happened a few days later? It didn't matter to motherfuckers like Ego or No-Go because he's the light skin. He's part of the light skin coalition, or what I like to call light skin tribe. All right? You have multiple guys out there in the YouTube space that cover boxing that form light skin tribe. And we'll get into that later. But Sugar Free Mars said right in, he did. He did. Sugar Free Mars. Listen, shortly after, Boxing NOGO tried to imply that Devin Haney was a weight bully and that he was on the Super Snack program. Bill Haney gave him an interview on his channel. But it was too late. Boxing NOGO, see, light skins hold undue grudges. You understand? That's what light skins do. From that point on, Boxing NOGO was on the hate train. And it's completely obvious. Yes, that's what happened. You gonna call him Ho-Ho? Boxing Ho-Ho? Yeah. Yeah. I agree, Sugar Free Mars. I agree that sometimes Bill is a little bit too affable. And he makes himself too available to people that deliberately try to trip him up. Right? Like knockoff Pity Pat. Knockoff Pity Pat 69 TV tries to do this with Bill all the time. He'll trip him up and try to catch Bill in a lie. He'll make up a lie that Bill said. He said, look, see, he lied about this and that. But to see, because Bill makes himself too available, I think, and there's nothing wrong with making yourself available. Nothing wrong with it at all. But if a motherfucker is going to keep trying to paint you and use your goodwill against you, because we all know knockoff Pity Pat is a disrespectful motherfucker, right? He's a disrespectful light skin. You know, he likes to go other, y'all know, I've talked about it before. And that's what, and K-Ho is very disrespectful. Very disrespectful to anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because he can hide behind his little screen and not get smacked in the fucking face. You understand what I'm saying? Because a motherfucker, if he tried to disrespect somebody like that in their face and they on some real shit, he'll get smacked. Not punched, smacked. Full hand, and I got a big ass hand. You understand what I'm saying? This hand against his motherfucking head. Not saying that I would do that. I'm just saying some motherfuckers would lay their big ass palm against the side of his head on top of his ear to pop his fucking eardrum. He's that disrespectful. That if he was that disrespectful in real life to a motherfucker, he'll get smacked. Real shit. But anyway, let's move on. Let's keep let me not go there any further.
It's basically what is going on. And some people are like scratching their head. Hey, but Ego, what do you mean? What do you mean save face? Devin's undefeated. Devin is undefeated. That is a factual statement. However,
hold on. Sugar Free Mars said, did you see what he tried to do with Cadillac Red? Yes, I did. And as a matter of fact, when I was doing my 32 rounds on the heavy bag, you know, yeah, I heard him. Yeah. Oh yeah, Cadillac Red wasn't having that shit. But that's how, as soon as K-Ho got into the building, he was yelling and screaming, oh yeah, I heard y'all. Dude, calm all that shit down. If you are having a debate, or if you're having a discussion, and let's say you're in person, three motherfuckers talking. Three motherfuckers is talking about Tank, Shakur, and Lomachenko and Devin, right? And they're in a circle. They stay there, y'all, you know, and they not fucking yelling and screaming. They're like, yeah, man, but you know what, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You come in because you feeling sensitive and light-skinned about your boyfriend or your the one guy, your imaginary boyfriend, Tank Davis, you step in and start getting real motherfucker, you might get smacked. You might get smacked. And Cadillac Red, I believe, is a motherfucker that would smack him. Now, Cadillac, you know what I'm saying? Because he's disrespectful. He's very disrespectful. He's very disrespectful. And people aren't going for that in real life. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit he can pull off on his channel. He can go to other people's channel, be disrespectful. I mean, he was disrespectful to Drew Titan. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing. And Drew Titan probably would have elbowed him in the forehead and caved it in. Like, listen. I'm going to just say, watch how you carry yourself in real life around motherfuckers that you have disrespected on YouTube. If you ever come around them, just watch that energy. I'm not even going to tell you to keep the same energy because I don't want you to get hurt. You got children, you got a family. Don't keep that same energy. Come humble, you know what I'm saying? But he's disrespectful as shit. Disrespectful as shit. And you don't even have to disrespect him first. He'll disrespect you first because he wants you to come debate. Yeah, he was disrespectful to Cadillac Red and was trying to convince Cadillac Red to come have a debate. What are we debating about? That's his thing. I'm just doing it to... No, that's not how you provoke a debate, motherfucker. Whatever, man. Sugar Free Mars said, and Red was really trying not to go there with him, but K-Ho kept inciting like a big... Exactly. That's exactly, yo. Exactly. But that's not how you roll with real motherfuckers. Will not go for that shit. And they're not going to talk about it. Right? They're not going to talk about it. Just like, this was like with the dude when I was on Champ's side, that motherfucker, whatever the fuck, the dude from New York that was talking about Devin's girl. And he called me a simp and all this other type of shit because I said it's none of his fucking business. I said it's none of y'all business. And how he was coming at me disrespectful in real life, I probably would have smacked him. It's just real shit. You know what I'm saying? But probably not. I probably wouldn't have smacked him. I probably wouldn't have done that. I probably wouldn't have done it. But he could have gotten smacked. But that's the whole point. You ain't got to get disrespectful. Anyway. Fuck that dude. Anyway.
There's been other people who are, quote, undefeated, but people think they lost. So let's not play any games, especially with the dawn of boxing talk. Like Canelo Alvarez.
What?
Right? We're just talking about technicality. He has the Bivol loss and the Mayweather loss. But if you ask diehard...
Now he's comparing Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, that whole situation. He's saying basically that, yeah, you're undefeated, but there are people that don't believe you're undefeated because of whatever reason. He's comparing that to Canelo when it's not the same situation. It's not the same. It's not the same thing. Exactly, Sugar Free Mars. Dang!
Unbiased fans of boxing, there's other fights that people believe Canelo lost, such as Erislandy Lara. And some even said Austin Trout. I don't really agree with that.
Erislandy Lara, why are we comparing Canelo versus Erislandy Lara why are we comparing that with Devin versus Ryan Garcia? That's not the same situation. Ryan Garcia won on the scorecards, got caught popping for PEDs, and had the win reversed to a no contest. Whereas Lara beat the shit out of Canelo in the same fashion as Mayweather, and he was robbed on the scorecards. How would this? This is not the same shit. It's not. What are you talking about? What? It is that bullshit. It's a false comparison. It's a false comparison. A false analogy. It's not the same situation at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Devin Haney got dropped 3 times. And some people would even go as far as to say that it was a draw. A draw. right? And if you wanted to give it to Ryan Garcia because he dropped Devin Haney 3 times, okay, whatever. It is what it is. But they gave Ryan Garcia the win, not Devin. Devin is undefeated because of a no contest. Not because he won on the scorecards, but didn't actually win. What? What are you talking about, bro? This is some bullshit.
I haven't watched the fight, for diehard,
Listen to this.
unbiased fans of boxing. There's other fights that people believe Canelo lost, such as Edislandi Lara. And some even said Austin Trout. I don't really agree with that. I haven't watched the fight, for full disclosure.
He said, now, how anyone would believe that he has any level of credibility after hearing what he just said just now? What's wrong with y'all? He just said he doesn't agree that Austin Trout beat Canelo, but I didn't watch the fight. Oh, I don't agree with that, but I didn't watch the fight. How the fuck you, what? Angel Diaz says Ryan is wrong for the sport. Exactly, I agree. Sugar Free Mars says, what dude is literally making up tales to satisfy his overly emotional and obsessive fans is disgusting. No grown man should be harping on fibs and guys. Exactly. But that's what this guy does. That's his MO now, right? He completely changed his whole program, and he's shaping his YouTube career around the Haneys. Believe that to retrieve that. Angel Diaz just got back from Cuba. Everybody have a great day. That's what's up, Angel Diaz. He just said that he doesn't agree that Austin Trout beat Canelo, even though he didn't watch the fight. Then how are you not agreeing? How do you have any opinion whatsoever if you didn't watch the fucking fight? What are you talking about? And then, and look, he knows he fucked up, so he tries to correct it, and then fucks up again.
Full disclosure, I seen the fight. Let me rephrase that. I seen the fight, but I haven't rewatched it since it first aired.
Let me rephrase that. I watched the fight, but I haven't watched it since rewatched it since it first aired. Okay, all right. That's quite the slip up, but people make mistakes. But let's keep going.
Like the open scoring, it was close until the open scoring, and then Austin Trout had a fight in a style that really wasn't his by being more aggressive and mad aggressive because they had him down by a devastating amount, so he had to push for a knockout, which is why I don't like open scoring. I think the fighter should be blind and not really know what the scorecards are midway through the fight. Another issue. So I'm not going to get too sidetracked on that. But some people had Austin Trout even besting Canelo. I don't really agree there, but again, I haven't watched that fight. But more importantly, Edislandi Lara.
First, he didn't watch the fight. Then he did watch the fight, but he hasn't rewatched it since it first aired. Then he goes back to not having watched the fight. Come on, he can't even keep up with his own bullshit. Within 30 seconds. All that shit happened within 30 seconds. The mountain of bullshit that this guy sits on. I didn't watch the fight. But I did watch it, but I didn't rewatch it. Austin was trying to be aggressive and this and that. People say Austin won, but I didn't watch the fight. Zero credibility.
Gennady, Triple G, Golovkin. Hey, no, guys, hey, Max, guys, is nothing. Right? And on Canelo's record, they don't show losses. So the Haneyacks, they want to play games like we don't understand that boxing is a dirty sport. Boxing is a corrupt sport. A guy's record does not necessarily truthfully indicate. You look at a guy like Gabe Rosado, he has double-digit losses, all these losses, but if you...
Why are we saying all this in relation to Devin Haney? What about Devin Haney's record doesn't indicate that he's undefeated? Because he wasn't undefeated. He had a loss on his record until he didn't. And he didn't because Ryan Garcia cheated. Why is he leaving that out? Why is he leaving out that Ryan Garcia cheated? Why is he omitting that information? You had every opportunity. This is like your third time mentioning Devin Haney's record. Why aren't you saying, well, Devin, he's undefeated because Ryan Garcia cheated. He popped dirty for PEDs. Yeah. Why not? Why aren't we talking about that? Why are we just, I mean, come on, man. Listen, dude. Ryan Garcia cheated. That's why Devin Haney has an undefeated record. It's simple. Very simple. In my mind, I mean, does anybody else find that to be difficult to understand? What are we talking about? Why are you leaving that information out?
Watch each and every fight. Some of those fights, people would honestly say Gabe Rosado won the fight, but he got jobbed and robbed. So these are the politics that go on in boxing. So yes, from a technical standpoint, if you look at BoxRec, Devin Haney is an undefeated fighter. However, the public perception, we watched the Ryan Garcia fight and Devin was getting beat up on. So even though he's technically undefeated, people aren't viewing him as such. And now you have, in comes Bill Haney, the manager, father, and trainer, and he's running around trying to assemble some new YouTube Avengers because maybe his old crew is not going, to plan, and he's
Bill Haney is running around trying to assemble new YouTubers because the old ones aren't going to plan. What are you talking about? Because, again, you leave out that Ryan Garcia cheated. He popped dirty for PEDs. You leaving that out. And you're saying that Bill Haney is running around trying to assemble new YouTubers. For what purpose? Why not? What's wrong with that? I mean, because we all know that the corporations of boxing, they also have their propaganda machine. So what's wrong with Bill having his own propaganda machine to combat that? Right? What's wrong with, hey, let's look at some fresh faces. Let's look at some fresh individuals, untouched virginal YouTube channels that aren't corrupted, that don't have their own agenda, in order to combat the propaganda machine that is being put out by this motherfucker. What's the problem, right? Why are you mad because you aren't part of the assembly? Are you mad because you're not going to be? He's not asking you to be a boxing YouTube Avenger for the Haneys. Sugar Free Mars says people is demented, crazed, and fanatical. They literally cannot cope with the fact that Devin was not at fault for the current. Exactly. And guess what? For what he was at fault for, he acknowledged it. We acknowledge it, right? He didn't put up the best fight. He didn't fight his best fight. But nonetheless, Ryan Garcia cheated. He used performance-enhancing drugs, which enhanced his performance and helped him get, what's the problem, right? How dare us acknowledge that?
trying to recruit people, I guess, so he can get in their ear and they can fight the Haney battle, which is funny. In a tweet, and this is what the guy was requesting me do this video, was talking about. He says, all new channels, hit me up, let's get you booming. So now Bill Haney thinks he's in charge of YouTube channels, and somehow, some way, he believes that he can, get involved and usher in this new breed of.
Bill Haney thinks he's in charge of boxing YouTube channels. He wants to get in their ear. The salt. It's The salt is crazy, right? You can hear the saltiness in this guy's voice. You can hear it. Iodine-free salt. The salt that he has for the Haneys is iodine. There's no iodine. It contains no iodine, a necessary nutrient. The salt is real. Come on, man. He's trying. Who? Why? You? What? Where do you get that Bill's trying to be in charge of any channel? He just wants to make himself available to these channels and help them boost themselves and promote himself and his son and maybe his other children. What's wrong with that? He wants to be in charge of them all of a sudden? What? Sugar Free Mars says, exactly, they are petrified of the power because they know YouTube boxing runs the sport. Exactly, absolutely. They know that building an allegiance with people who create needed dialogue will turn narrative around. Exactly, as it should. As it should. There has to be a space for all these voices. People like Boxing NOGO want to limit voices. They want to come down on those voices. They also fear black conscious narrative at the forefront of course they do, because they know that they try to make it seem like, there aren't a lot of black diehard fans, but they're a whole shitload, right? Listen, we know the game, and this dude is full of shit.
Channel, and we know what he's gonna do with that. He's gonna try to get people to be super optimistic for Devin Haney and not keep it real when it comes to their content. And
this guy thinks that he thinks he knows what's gonna happen. Oh, this is gonna happen. They're gonna be super positive about the Haneys and be on bullshit. What are you talking about?
We know this, super optimistic for Devin Haney and not keep it real when it comes to their content. And the reason we know
what you guys just witnessed is known as projection. This guy is projecting his own behavior onto these new YouTube channels that Bill's going to be in charge of. In his mind, they're going to do the same thing he's doing because he knows that he's full of shit. He knows he puts out bullshit, and he's afraid that these newer YouTube channels are going to combat his bullshit with more bullshit. Not everyone operates like you, Boxing NOGO. Everyone does not operate as you do. But that's you're projecting your own behaviors onto other channels that don't agree with you. You don't want any opposing views in the sport of boxing. You want everything to be along the lines of what you think. That's not how life works. It's just not.
It's because myself included and other YouTube channels have been slighted by Bill Haney on social media recently.
See that? The light skin is showing. He feels like he was slighted by Bill Haney. He said recently on social media, but we all know, now, that Boxing NOGO was slighted by Bill in December of last year in San Francisco at their Regis Program fight. But Bill Haney did not slight Boxing NOGO. He did not know Boxing NOGO was trying to get his attention. But of course, sensitive light skins don't care about stuff like that. They feel like they have this me first policy. Me first policy. Shaquila says, absolutely NOGO worried about his longevity. Exactly. He felt slighted. He took everything personally. He takes things personally. Why? He internalizes these things because he's a sensitive motherfucker. And this is what it is. He's sensitive. Sensitive. He's a light skin. He should, but that's what they do. That's what they do. Let's keep going.
He's saying, these channels don't know, and he's on this tirade dissing boxing channels in the YTBC YouTube boxing community. So good luck with that. He says, so all you male woes going to keep acting like you only seen one person crying. Of course, he's referring to Devin Haney's now baby mom and wife. We already talked about in the past video. And her crying video to Thugger, right? Because the world, by and large, saying Devin looked bad in that tape.
Y'all is hoes. Y'all is hoes for gossiping and putting out bullshit about Devin Haney's love life. Gossiping like hoes. What are we talking about? Y'all acting like hoes and you act like a hoe? We're going to call you a hoe. When you take it to the realm of, oh, well, Devin Haney's girlfriend did this and that and third. Oh, yeah. When you try to create a narrative, a false narrative around the situation in the form of gossip, right? When you call yourself a boxing YouTube channel, but you're gossiping about his love life and his woman's past like a fucking hoe. That's, I mean, what do you want to call you? How Ross says, I guess you're one of them. Whatever you want to say, buddy. Sure. I guess. Get your mother is not going to take the fact that he a rat. All right, let me try to reread that. Get your mother is not going to take the fact that he's a... Who learned you how to spoke, motherfucker? Who learned you how to spoke? I don't know. Yeah, shit. Hey, try again, bud. Yeah, try again. Try again.
That tape because this is the girl he chose to have a...
Sugar Free Mars says, this is ridiculous. I'm dumbfounded by the extremes. He and others since go through the gossip about another grown man. It's stomach... Exactly. That's why Bill's calling y'all hoes, because y'all gossiping like hoes. But according to High Rod, I'm a hoe too, because I guess I'm gossiping, or am I just discussing what Boxing NOGO is himself discussing? And I'm countering the bullshit in the realm of boxing. In the realm of boxing. That's what I'm doing. I mean, get the fuck out of here. I mean, come on.
Get his first kid and get married. I mean, it's their business, but I'm just talking about what the public think. Here's what they think about you. So now Bill is putting on his red cape. I know we got a new Superman coming out, but Bill's trying to be Superman. I can't be no Superman.
This dude is so fucking corny. The corn is real. The corn is real. This motherfucker is so corny that he don't have to eat corn for 3 weeks. And when he shits, corn's gonna be in his fucking shit. That's how corny this dude is. Anyway, Hot Rod, what are you talking about? It's not worth the money. Put some risk. Whatever. Anyway, so Boxing NOGO says that Bill is putting on a red cape to come save somebody. Well, Bill Haney, Devin Haney is Bill Haney's son. Not only is Bill Devin's father, but he's also his promoter and manager. I mean, I would go out of my way to save my son. I would put on a red cape, fly through the air to save my son. Was that supposed to be a slight? Was that supposed to be a diss? Yeah, I'm gonna save my son. I'm gonna put on a red cape. What are you talking about, Captain Save a Son? You know how silly that sounds? That you're saying that Bill Haney's trying to save his son? Trying to save him some respect? Trying to save face for his son? That's his fucking job. As a father, a manager, and a promoter. What are you talking about? So if I save my son, there's something wrong with that? Like, what the fuck you mean? What? Hot Rod is in. Don't worry about Hot Rod. Don't worry about him. I ain't worried about that dude. It makes no sense. Exactly. Bill, oh, how dare Bill try to save his son? The fuck are you talking about? What the fuck you think? What's wrong with these motherfuckers? I can't make heads or tails of it.
Don't get me wrong. I love these woes. It's no secret. Everybody knows. Yeah, So what? That's about as far as your buddy goes. He trying to put.
Why is he so fucking corny, bro? Like, come on with the corn, bro. Children of the fucking corn. Come on, get the fuck out of here with. Shut up. Shut up.
Red cape on and revive Devin's career, and I've already explained.
Revive Devin's career. Revive Devin's career? Oh boy. I tell you what, man, when boxing is ass, when there's nothing going on in boxing, y'all don't get the numbers that y'all want to get until Devin does something. Until Devin makes a tweet, Bill makes a tweet. Devin revives y'all channel when ain't shit going on in boxing. And he don't even have to box to do it. He revives y'all channel. When you talk about Dev, when Dev does something of note, y'all get new subscribers, y'all get all these views. He revives y'all fucking channels. What are you talking about? Bill does not have to revive Devin's career. Devin's career is solidified. Devin's legend is solidified. Hot Rod says, Dev is done for, it's not worth the money. Okay, buddy. Okay. Not worth the money for whom? Because I can guarantee you, whoever Devin fights next is going to be on pay-per-view. Right? Devin Haney is one of very few pay-per-view fighters in the sport of boxing. Whoever he fights next, that payroll you on, what are you talking about? Now I'm on a payroll. Okay. Yeah, I'm on a payroll because I just genuinely appreciate what Devin is doing in the sport of boxing. Okay. Yeah, Devin is already a legend. Exactly, he's a walking legend. They're mad because their fans haven't done shit in the sport. Their faves have not done shit in the sport, but acquire a legion of sassy men. Exactly. And we're going to get into that. But it just is what it is. I mean, Devin Haney, no one is doing what Devin's trying to do. No one is trying to do what Devin's doing, except for very few fighters. And you have other fighters out there that they do have man fans that like the way their hair looks and nails are done. I mean, this guy, Boxing NOGO, you go to his Instagram, he has posts of Tank Davis getting his hair braided and all this other silly shit. Like, this is how you push your favorite, by showing their fucking hair. Right? But that fighter does not have near the resume that Devin Haney has. And they mad about it. And it's because Tank Davis does not want to build his resume in that fashion, but he wants to make the money that a good resume would bring without building the resume. And they can't justify it, they can't defend it. So all they can do is attack Devin for leading by example. And this is why we have the problem we have. Right? Boxing gets his eyebrows done. I'm pretty sure he does. But he always wears them goddamn sunglasses. You can't tell. Leave Tank out of it. When did I say Tank? Y'all, you know how I know I'm right? Because Hot Rod said the name. When did I say Tank? Oh man, you guys, leave Tank out of it. What you gonna do about it? When did I say Tank Davis? I said, did I say a name? Maybe I did, but I don't think I said his name. I said favorite fighter. I said this guy, that guy. I said, because your guy is not trying to fight the best. They're not trying to build their resume. Maybe I said Tank Davis, but nonetheless, no, I'm not going to leave Tank Davis out of it. I'm going to keep him in it.
Explain it to you. You can recruit whatever YouTube channel you want. It is not going to supersede the truth. It's not going to do anything to my channel. Would it?
Yeah, it's about him. He thinks Bill is trying to recruit new YouTube channels to go at him. Oh, this supercilious motherfucker. Listen, the narcissism is real. It's all about Boxing No-Go. Is there a rainbow parade going on today? Yeah, the hoes are out. Yes, they are. It's about Boxing No-Go. Boxing No-Go feels attacked because Bill is trying to help up and coming YouTube channels, help him promote his clients or his bosses. Devin's Bill's boss. It's his job to promote Devin in a good light. So yes, why not help up and coming YouTubers gain some traction by promoting my son and promoting myself, promoting my children. Oh, but it's all about Boxing No-Go. Yeah. Bill wants to recruit all these YouTube channels to go at Boxing No-Go. No. You know what I would do if I really wanted to do that? Sugar Free Mars says, big facts, he curtailed go to him, let's like someone gives a damn. Bill doesn't make moves around this nigga. What kind of sassy shit is that? Very sassy. That's what I'm saying. Like, he sound like a jilted ex-lover or some shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. No, if I were Bill, or curtailed, yeah. If I were Bill and I wanted to go at a Boxing No-Go, I would recruit an established YouTuber. Like, say, or I would try to recruit an established YouTuber, like Champside, right? I would go to someone like that. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted to go at Boxing No-Go, I wouldn't go to up and coming YouTubers. They have to build their channel up to even phase Boxing Ego in that regard. Like, why would he do that? No. Bill is trying to help others, help him. It's a mutually beneficial transaction. There's nothing wrong with that. He's acting like there's something wrong with Bill trying to help people help him. And then in turn, they help themselves. What? This is crazy, man. God forbid.
What it will do is make you look even more desperate. And that's what the reality is.
Who actually looks desperate? I would say this guy is an actual individual that looks desperate. Yeah. It don't make sense, Sugar Free Mars. You see, he is building, he's trying to build lies on a foundation of Jello. You understand? And he knows that most people aren't going to understand or be able to interpret what he's doing, right? And he's counting on people just blindly going with what he's saying, but they're not going to break it down and try to interpret and try to use common sense to cut through the bullshit. They don't want Bill to connect with people. They know he's got people who rock with him heavily, and they know his charisma will gain him more supporters. Exactly. Yeah, they're trying to suppress Bill, right? And they know they can't do it. If Bill goes to new YouTubers, there's nothing they can do about it. There's nothing they can do about it, right? Whatever. This dude is crazy.
The only thing Devin Haney can do is schedule a fight, announce the fight, train his best, and perform. And slow.
This dude is going, now he's going to try to tell Devin what he need to do. This is what you need to do, Devin. As though Bill can't recruit new channels to promote his son, and his son can't fight. Both of those things can happen. They're not mutually exclusive, right? This is what you call a false choice. He's presenting a false choice. Bill can use new YouTube channels to promote his son's upcoming fights. What? Both of those things can happen at the same time. Why are we acting like it can't? You see what I'm saying? Like, and now you're trying to tell Devin what he needs to do for his career? No, I don't think you got it, buddy.
But really gradually wash the taste out of the fans' mouth about Devin Haney's last fight. Preferably somewhere included. I'm not saying it has to be next, but with a Ryan Garcia rematch. Show that Ryan.
So now he's putting the onus on Devin to wash the taste of that last fight out of people's mouths. When Devin was the one who cheated, who got cheated. Ryan Garcia cheated. Ryan Garcia used PEDs. How is it Devin's responsibility to wash the taste of that fight out of people's mouths when it wasn't Devin who put the bad taste in there? Because of Ryan Garcia's actions, Devin Haney got cheated. Devin Haney got cheated because of Ryan Garcia, and he got beat up because Ryan Garcia was on performance-enhancing drugs. And Ryan Garcia won because he was on performance-enhancing drugs. What are you talking about? Now you want Devin to rematch Ryan Garcia? Ryan Garcia doesn't want a rematch. Right? Oscar De La Hoya made that very clear. Ryan made that clear. Ryan made it clear after the fight immediately and later on when Bill told Ryan, look, if you want to fight us again, start taking the test right now. Ryan basically told him to fuck off. They don't want the fight. Number one. Number two, it's not up to Devin to wash that taste out of people's mouths because Ryan Garcia is the one that cheated. Ryan Garcia was held accountable for his actions. Therefore, the fight was ruled a no contest. And that's it. Well, it's not up to Devin. For what? This shit is crazy, man. Yeah, exactly. Sugar Free Mars. Here we go with the get it back with Ryan folly. It's retarded. But this is how they roll, man. This is how they roll.
Ryan is a cheater, and you can beat him with stringent drug testing, saying it has to be next, but with a Ryan Garcia rematch. Show that Ryan is a cheater, and you can beat him with.
So, Devin Haney has to show Ryan Garcia's a cheater? No, Ryan Garcia showed that he was a cheater. VADA showed that Ryan Garcia was a cheater. The New York State Athletic Commission showed Ryan Garcia was a cheater. WADA showed Ryan Garcia was a cheater. Devin ain't got to do shit. Devin ain't got to do shit. He tried to get Ryan to get tested for a rematch. Ryan refused. So what are you talking about? See, this is, once again, leaving out pertinent information to frame it as though Devin is responsible for Ryan Garcia cheating. Retarded.
Stringent drug testing and a rematch. Boom, that's it. But Bill Haney, again, he's trying to recruit and, do a million posts and tweets, thinking that somehow this is going to be the ticket. And he's talking about all new channels, hit me up, right? He also put a message that says, thank you, DAZN Boxing, for turning up the heat and shutting down the false narrative that these YouTube channels, and he lists a bunch of YouTube channels.
Let me tell you what those YouTube channels are. And here's another reason I think Boxing Ho-Ho, as Sugar Free Mars said, or Boxing NOGO has an issue with Bill. Because Bill mentions these YouTube channels. Showbiz the Man-Child, Punch Dumb, Knockoff, Pity Pat, 69 TV, South Sucker, and others. Boxing NOGO's not on this list. Sugar Free Mars, you're right. All of it is disgusting. These clowns are only exposing their lack of character it's a complete lack of character. But Bill did not mention NOGO. So he probably felt slighted again because his name wasn't expressly mentioned. He was under the others. Yeah, I mean, that's what I call it. I mean, it is what it is. Showbiz the man child. Punch Dumb. Knock off Pity Pat 69 and then South Sucker. I mean, but Boxing No-Go is not on that. So therefore, he's feeling slighted again because Bill mentioned almost all the members of Light Skin Tron except for No-Go, right? So these people, they come together to form Light Skin Tron to go against the Haneys. That's what they do. I mean, real shit. And so Boxing No-Go, and they forgot to mention him. He didn't mention him. It is what it is. So he probably felt sensitive about that too. The light skin head is showing. He big mad, of course he is. But that's why he didn't want to list the names because, well, my name's not on this. Yeah, I mean, come on, bro. It's obvious.
Are trying to push with emasculating AI memes, discrediting fighter. Thank you, DAZN Boxing, for turning up the heat and shutting down the false narrative that these YouTube channels, and he lists a bunch of YouTube channels, and others are trying to push with emasculating AI memes, discrediting fighters. Listen, we're entering 2025. AI technology is not necessarily new, but it's constantly evolving. AI just happens to be the thing. You know, first they were kind of like with the deep fakes. Now they're getting better and better and better. So yeah, that's just part of the meme game and the online game. Maybe Bill's too old to understand how the internet works. I don't.
So, in Boxing No-Go's mind, Bill is too old to understand how technology works. But Bill mentioned AI. So how is Bill mentioning people using AI to emasculate and discredit fighters? How is him mentioning that? Him not understanding how technology works. So you're implying that because Bill called out people for using AI to discredit and emasculate people, that saying that means he doesn't understand how the shit works? He clearly understands it because he's saying people are using it for a purpose. But in your mind, he doesn't understand it. This is, I mean, it don't get no wilder than this, y'all.
But the reality is you can't stop the internet from interneting. That's what people do. Memes, AI. Now it's becoming more widespread and easier. You can find apps and different ways to utilize the technology, the common consumer, right? That's the reality of it. So yeah, people are gonna have their fun and post about Devin Haney. Again, it is funny to me because Bill Haney thinks he can diss a bunch of YouTube channels and that's gonna somehow flatline the YouTube channels and revive his son's, image right now.
Yes, the imbecility is astounding. So he says Bill is dissing a bunch of YouTube channels. YouTube channels that have been dissing Bill and Devin for years. At least since 2021 or 22. For the last 2 years, they've been going in the hard in the paint to diss Bill, to diss Devin. But if Bill gives it back, it's a problem. Oh, he's trying to flatline our channels because he's dissing us. The level of light-skin sensitivity, the Ralph Transvant of it all, is out of this world. The Ralph Transvant of this whole situation is out of control. Everything is fucking personal. This dude is so fucking sensitive. So Bill comes at y'all for coming at him, but he's wrong. Man, you can't make this shit up. I mean, you can, but why would you have to?
Right now, after the Ryan Garcia fight, he said 20 years of skills, hard work, and warrior mentality got
exactly Sugar Free Mark. She says he has the gall to talk about Bill going at each other. Yeah, it's crazy.
here, and no fake stories from sideline critics can take that away. At the end of the day, skills pay the bills. Hashtag boxing. Hashtag Devin Haney. Now, the irony of what I'm saying, in case you are a Haneyat and you do not believe what Boxing Ego is telling you, all of these tweets, I suggest you don't take Ego's word for it.
So, if you don't believe in Boxing No-Go, you're a Haneyat. Okay. This is crazy.
You go to these tweets and you look through the comment section and tell me if you see positive comments regarding the Devin Haney's brand post Ryan Garcia fight. We haven't seen this type of crash.
Now, what he just did there was appeal to the majority. Right? He's saying if you go to these tweets and you go in the comment section, you'll see, most of the people are have negative things to say about Bill and Devin. So what? So what? What does that mean? So what you're saying is correct. Bill and Devin are wrong because he has a bunch of negative comments. That's a fallacy known as appeal to majority. Just because the majority believes something doesn't mean it's fucking right. That's like saying you go and you talking to somebody on your YouTube channel and you guys having a discussion, an argument, or you're having some points of contention you guys are discussing. And you look in the comment section, you say, look, you tell me how many people agree with me in the comment section. As though that means you're right. No, it doesn't mean you're right. Just because the majority agrees with you doesn't mean you're right. That's because the majority can be fucking wrong. Right? The majority can be uninformed and wrong. That's why I don't like democracy. Right? That's why I don't like the idea of two wolves and a lamb deciding what's for dinner. You understand what I'm saying? So fuck all that. This is crazy. It's how I'm allergic to a lack of intelligence. Me too. I mean, and the bullshit. This is crazy.
Type of crash out in boxing in quite some time. Like even when Manny Pacquiao got knocked out. I believe in my fight with Marquez, I could have ducked, but I get knocked out by that one. Manny Pacquiao. He got knocked out. Devin Haney didn't get knocked out. He got knocked down. He got hurt. He got blazed with that left hook, but he didn't get knocked out. The reason, first of all, we can't compare Manny Pacquiao to Devin Haney in terms of legacy. Pacquiao's far more, 8 division champ. The stats, right? So they don't compare there. So even though Pacquiao got knocked out when he fought Marquez, he was already a legend before that fight. He was going into the Hall of...
Dev was a legend before he fought Ryan Garcia. No, he didn't climb 8 divisions to do so. Right? He didn't climb 8 divisions to become a legend, but that doesn't mean that Pacquiao built his legacy in a different manner. Right? And let's not forget Pacquiao's, there's a shadow there. There is an asterisk in regards to how Pacquiao was able to climb so many divisions and maintain that speed and power he had. There's a little stain, there's a little asterisk. And not only that, there's 30,000 divisions. They're all like 2 or 3 pounds apart. Listen, the bottom line is Devin built his legend before Ryan. So what are you talking about? This shit is crazy, man. The amount of just the mountain of bullshit. The mountain of bullshit is Everest size. You understand what I'm saying?
For the fight. Guaranteed. His resume was better than Devin Haney's before the fight. So he had that going for himself. He's also a likable person. However, the other thing that...
You see that at the end there? He's also a likable person. So Dev is not likable? Is Pacquiao really likable though? And what makes you say Devin's not like? See, this is that sensitive shit. Pacquiao's likable. Dev's not. I like Pacquiao. I don't like Devin. The fuck? No one gives a fuck if you like him or not. The fuck are you talking about? We're talking about their boxing careers. Wait, what? What? We're talking about his body. No one liked fucking Mayweather. A lot of people dislike Mayweather. And he has a much greater legacy than Pacquiao. Well, come on. That's that light skin shit.
Believes that separates a guy like Pacquiao is after he got knocked out by Marquez, he just dipped out. Learned the lesson. You got knocked out. People are posting memes. The internet was talking about you. And this is back when, memes weren't as popular as they are. And I remember when Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez, there were a ton of memes. They were putting, making Pacquiao look like a beach whale and they're putting his lifeless body in different, on body boards and different scenes and different memes to make it look like Pacquiao was surfing or like going down a slide. It was a ton of memes. Same thing with Adrian Broner. But again, the beauty of what those past fighters did, and we'll get to some current fighters, like Broner, when Maidana beat him. Because the Maidana fight with Broner was similar to Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. The guy who was favored, who was a black American fighter and respected champion, got blazed and hurt multiple times throughout the fight by the underdog. And they didn't get knocked out, but they got dropped.
Sugar Free Mark, not near. No, not even close. Not even a little bit. Not near what Devin has to endure. Not even close. And Devin has a strong, he has powerful will. Like he's not letting it break him. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
For his sake, he got dropped like 2 times. Devin got dropped on paper 3 times, but it was really more than 5, in my opinion. Something like that. He got dropped more times than was counted. But again, with the Pacquiaos, the Broners, even the current fighters who are taking bad losses, like Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder from, oh my God, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to this day, he just lost to Joseph Parker and then got knocked out by Zhele Zhang, who's like a 300-pound Chinese southpaw boxer who I enjoy watching, right? The beauty of Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, what he did, took those back-to-back L's, he kind of just enjoyed his money, he's enjoyed his life. We don't really know what Wilder's up to. Errol Spence gets... Wait
a minute. So he's saying that Devin should what? What is he talking about? Deontay Wilder got knocked out by Zhele Zhang, and he did not get popped dirty. None of these motherfuckers got caught cheating with PEDs. What? And with Deontay Wilder, when he fought Joseph Parker, did Joseph Parker get popped dirty? Did Fury pop dirty? No, there was some issue with his gloves, right? We know that Fury has the capacity to cheat and that he likely cheated against Wilder. But Joseph Parker did not cheat. Zhele Zhang did not cheat. Right? And he's going to talk about Errol Spence and fucking
blazed by Terrence Crawford, stopped, first professional loss, dropped 3 times. Errol Spence kind of was off the grid. Jermell.
So Devin is supposed to go off the grid. Devin is supposed... This was the biggest haul ever. Somebody buy that man some lingerie. Listen. Bud did not not cheat against Errol Spence. So basically what he's saying that Devin is supposed to shut up about being cheated? That, see, Ryan Garcia used performance enhancing drugs. And Devin is not going to be quiet about it. He filed a lawsuit, and he made it known to the world that he got cheated. None of these things happened with these fighters that he's talking about. They're all false comparisons. They're all false analogies. It's all bullshit. Right? And so when somebody loses a fight, they're supposed to go away when they suffer a loss. They're supposed to. They got beat fair and square. Errol Spence got beat fair and square. Deontay Wilder got beat fair and square, at least by Joseph Parker and Zhang or Zhilei Zhang and all that. Why are we talking about those guys? Why are we what? That is not even close to the same type of comparison. It's not. It doesn't make any sense. So Devin's supposed to shut up about Ryan Garcia popping dirty. He wasn't supposed to accept the no contest. He was supposed to do what? This shit, the wildness. I didn't get this far yesterday in the video, by the way.
El Charlo, he lost every round to Canelo, forced to take a knee, got knocked down versus Canelo. Payday, you'll want payday, I know that, right? Lost every round. The move up was too much for Jermell Charlo. But the beauty of what Jermell, Deontay, Errol Spence, Pacquiao, Broner, and all these examples did was it was the polar opposite of this social media obsessed Devin Haney team, where members of the team will not leave it alone and just learn from the experience.
So someone uses PDs to fight me. I'm supposed to leave it alone. I'm supposed to keep my mouth shut. Yo, I gotta say, I mean, the balls, the brass balls of this guy, to use these guys, to use an Errol Spence and a Deontay Wilder losing fair and square, using them as an example of what to do for Devin. When Devin did not experience the same thing these guys experienced. Devin didn't even get knocked out. These guys got stopped, right? Joseph Parker didn't stop Deontay Wilder. I mean, it's just crazy. He's not saying it exactly. Exactly. I'm almost done though. I'm about to be done with this because this is just wild. No way people are giving this guy any level of respect or credibility for this spewing of bullshit. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah. You got your O back. You're still undefeated. You still have miles you can go. Devin Haney doesn't have a belt, but he has made some good money. All of these things, yet you still persist. That's why I said, look in the comments.
Persist with what? This is crazy.
Don't tell me Boxing Ego is lying if you don't look in the comment section. So all this stuff that Bill Haney primarily, but also Team Haney, sometimes Devin, is doing is detrimental because he's trying to defend his son's wife. He's trying to fight too many battles online, and it only would.
You hear this clown shit? He's trying to defend his son. He's trying to defend his son's wife. Huh? What else is Bill supposed to do? He's not supposed to defend his son? This motherfucker must not have kids. Of course you're going to defend your son. What are you talking about? Of course you're going to defend your son's wife against bullshit.
Oh my God. You're doing it wrong. Like if you're desperate desperation begets more desperation. I've made money online for double-digit years, right? I know how this internet thing works. Some people don't. Desperation, listen to me, write this down in your little fancy black books, your notebooks, your spiral college rule, binders. Desperation begets more desperation. So if you...
For show, I'm done with this guy. For show comes in here and says, no, let his grown ass son defend himself. Well, first of all, Bill Haney is not just Devin's father. He is his promoter and he is his manager. He is responsible to a certain degree for Devin Haney's career and his public image. So therefore, it is incumbent upon him to defend his son, to defend his son's wife. And there's nothing wrong with defending your grown ass son at all. If my son was grown and he was being attacked, I would defend him. So you're saying, nah, fuck what you talking about. Sugar Free Mars says, sure, I'm sure he's been feeling the pressure of the backlash he's been receiving from the real ones who caught on to him, no longer support his cattiness. Exactly. He is desperate. He's the desperate one. He should know that desperation begets desperation. Exactly. But for show, what are you talking about? For show is not for show. Of course, you're going to defend your grown ass son. Of course. When he's being attacked from all angles and many different aspects, being attacked by people from all angles with lies, bullshit, false narratives. What I'm saying is Bill is doing too much. What does that mean? What is too much? What is the barometer of the level of defense that you can have for your child and your client, who you are the promoter and manager of? But what is too much? You see, because there are people out there that don't even get paid by other boxers that defend everything they do. They do too much. They don't even work for those particular fighters. But they will go hard in the paint to defend whatever they do, even when they know it's bullshit. And they do it, and they attack Devin while they're doing it. They will deflect to Devin to get the heat off of their fighter, their favorite fighter, and defend everything that they do. And they'll point to Devin, like Tank. Like the light-skinned Tron assembly that going hard in the paint for Tank's retarded behavior and will at the same time suck him off and braid his hair. You got those guys out there, they do too much. They don't even get paid by Tank. Maybe they do. But to say that Bill is doing too much, obviously he doesn't do too much, because Devin's name still rings bells in the boxing YouTube world. Certain YouTubers have even gone as people that hate Devin go as far as to say that Devin boxing is good for the sport of boxing. They've also said that every time Devin does something and they talk about it, it gets them more views and subscribers. And that they love that. They love that they can attack Devin and get all these people to their channel. And these are people that hate Devin. So clearly Bill is doing something right. Yes, Sugar Free Mars, his son is a former undisputed champion. If that's too much, y'all not doing it. They're not doing enough. Anyway, but that's all I got. I mean, this guy is boxing no-go. I mean, it's what they need to do is take this guy and do a study and research on motherfuckers like that. That's what people need to do. He's saying that, oh, we need to do research about what Bill's doing. No. You see, Boxing Ego has been crashing out since December of last year. It is a year-long crash out, and it ain't gonna stop there. He's gonna keep going because this is his bread and butter now. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go take me a shower, hang out with the fam, and enjoy my day. Why do you hear more from Bill than Devin? Because Bill is more talkative than Devin. It's simple. Bill, Devin is not much of a public speaker like that. Devin doesn't put himself out there like that. Devin, he rather train and do his thing. That's why you hire a Bill Haney. What are you talking about? Bill Haney talks more than Devin because Bill is Devin's promoter. And Bill got a mouthpiece. Devin don't got a mouthpiece like that. That's just a reality. I respect the shit out of Devin. I love Devin as a boxer. You know what I'm saying? Much respect to him. I love what he's doing in the sport of boxing, even though they're coming at him from all angles. But he's not the best orator. Bill has a gift of gab. Devin doesn't. So why would? Yeah. So Bill's gonna talk more. Yeah. That's how it works. It is what it is. I mean, that's as simple as I can put it. Anyway, much love. Like, share, subscribe, guys, and we're going to keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.